Ever wonder why some people just seem to attract wealth effortlessly? It's not always about luck. Did you know there are everyday habits that separate the financially successful from everyone else? Stick around, because I'm about to reveal some of the most surprising and surprisingly simple things rich people do differently. You might be shocked at how easily you can incorporate some of these into your own life. In this video, we're diving deep into the daily routines and mindset shifts that often fly under the radar, but play a massive role in building wealth. We're not talking about complicated investment strategies or secret loopholes. Instead, we'll explore practical, down-to-earth habits that you can start implementing today, no matter where you are on your financial journey. By the end of this, you'll have a clear understanding of how the wealthy approach their finances and how you can adopt some of their best practices. And trust me, the last habit we'll discuss is something most people completely overlook, but it can be a real game changer. Let's be honest, when we think about getting rich, our minds often jump to winning the lottery or inheriting a fortune. But the reality is, for most financially successful people, wealth is built brick by brick through consistent habits. Maybe you've tried saving money or budgeting before and felt like you're constantly hitting a wall. You might see articles about millionaires investing in fancy stocks and think, that's just not for me. The problem is, we often focus on the big, complex stuff and completely miss the small, everyday choices that truly compound over time. It's like trying to build a skyscraper without a solid foundation. It's just not going to work. So, what are these fundamental habits that the wealthy seem to have mastered? Let's find out. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty. We're going to break down some key habits that are commonly seen among financially successful individuals. Remember, these aren't overnight miracles, but consistent practices that build momentum. Habit 1. They live below their means, intentionally. Now, this might sound obvious, but it goes deeper than just spending less than you earn. Rich people are often incredibly conscious of where their money is going, and they actively make choices to keep their expenses lower than their income. This isn't about deprivation, it's about intentional spending. Think about it this way. Someone earning a lot of money but constantly upgrading to bigger houses, fancier cars, and designer clothes might not be building lasting wealth. Their expenses keep pace with their income. On the other hand, someone who earns a comfortable living but makes deliberate choices to avoid lifestyle inflation. Maybe they drive a reliable car for longer, live in a home they can comfortably afford, and prioritize experiences over material possessions. They're creating a bigger gap between their income and expenses. This gap is where savings and investments can truly grow. I remember reading a story about Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest people in the world. He still lives in the same relatively modest house he bought decades ago. He's not pinching pennies, but he's also not caught up in the need to constantly display his wealth through extravagant purchases. It's a conscious choice to prioritize long-term financial security over short-term, flashy gratification. Habit 2. They budget and track their spending religiously. This might sound tedious, but it's a cornerstone of financial control. Rich people often have a clear understanding of where their money is going. They might use budgeting apps, spreadsheets, or even just a simple notebook. But the key is awareness. When you know exactly how much you're spending on different categories, housing, food, transportation, entertainment, you can identify areas where you might be overspending and make informed decisions about where to cut back. It's not about restricting yourself completely, but about making conscious choices. Maybe you realize you're spending a significant amount on takeout coffee each month. By tracking it, you might decide to make coffee at home a few days a week and redirect that money towards a savings goal. This level of awareness empowers you to be in control of your finances, rather than feeling like your money is just disappearing. There's a great book called The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey, which emphasizes the importance of budgeting and knowing where every dollar is going. Habit 3. They prioritize saving and investing consistently. This is where the real magic happens. Rich people don't just save what's left over after spending. They often make saving and investing a priority. They understand the power of compounding. The idea that your money can earn money, and that earned money can then earn even more. They often have a portion of their income automatically transferred into savings and investment accounts. This pay yourself first mentality ensures that saving isn't an afterthought. They understand that even small amounts saved consistently over time can grow significantly, especially when invested wisely. Think about the story of two friends, Sarah and Tom. They both started their careers at the same salary. Sarah decided to save a small percentage of her income every month and invested it in a low-cost index fund. Tom, on the other hand, spent most of his income on enjoying life in the present. 20 years later, even though they had similar earning trajectories, Sarah had accumulated a significant amount of wealth due to the power of consistent saving and compounding, while Tom had very little saved. It wasn't about earning a huge salary from the start. It was about the habit of saving and investing consistently. Habit 4. They continuously seek knowledge and learn about finances. The wealthy often have a thirst for knowledge, especially when it comes to money. They read books, listen to podcasts, attend seminars, and stay informed about financial trends. They understand that the financial landscape is constantly evolving, and staying educated is crucial for making informed decisions. This doesn't mean they're all financial experts, but they make an effort to understand the basics of investing, different asset classes, and how the economy works. They might seek advice from financial professionals, but they also take the initiative to educate themselves. A classic recommendation here is Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. While it has its critics, it highlights the difference in mindset between those who focus on accumulating assets and those who remain in the cycle of trading time for money. It encourages readers to continuously learn about how money works. Habit 5. They network and build strong relationships. This might seem unrelated to finance, but it can have a significant impact. Rich people often build strong networks of like-minded individuals. These connections can lead to new opportunities, valuable insights, and support. Surrounding yourself with people who have similar financial goals and a positive mindset can be incredibly motivating. Networking isn't just about attending fancy events. It's about building genuine relationships with people in various fields. This could be through professional organizations, industry events, or even just connecting with people who inspire you. You never know where a valuable connection might come from. So, we've talked about living below your means, budgeting, prioritizing saving and investing, continuous learning, and networking. But here's a crucial habit that often gets overlooked. They have a long-term perspective. This is where the real difference lies. Many people get caught up in short-term gains or immediate gratification. They might chase quick-win investments or get discouraged by market fluctuations. Wealthy individuals, on the other hand, often have a very long-term view of their finances. They understand that building significant wealth takes time, discipline, and patience. They're not overly concerned with the daily ups and downs of the market. Instead, they focus on their long-term goals and stick to their investment strategies through market cycles. They understand that there will be bumps in the road, but they remain focused on the big picture. Think of it like planting a tree. You don't expect it to grow into a mighty oak overnight. It requires consistent watering, nurturing, and time. Building wealth is similar. It requires consistent effort, smart decisions, and the patience to let your money grow over the long haul. Now that you know some of these key habits of the wealthy, which one resonates with you the most? Or which one are you going to start implementing today? Let me know in the comments below. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts and what steps you're planning to take. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more practical insights into building a solid financial foundation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.